Yo, we in the building, y'all. You're now rocking with the most poppin' Knicks YouTube channel on the net. I am the objective Knicks fan. Straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest, and you know the vibes. Make sure we live. Sorry about that to those that came on the last stream. What would we be on this podcast without technical difficulties? So definitely want to let some people get in the building. We got an action-packed show tonight. I got a couple of topics I want to talk about. So as we wait for the people to trickle in, I do want to talk about, I listened to Gilbert Arenas earlier today, and they were talking about the Knicks. And for some reason, salute to Rashad McCann, because he's like the season-long Knicks fan on that podcast, that show. And he was basically trying to get these guys in line, and because they were saying how they think the Knicks will have issues with Brunson and his boys, his Noble boys, with basically Josh Hart and Dante DiVincenzo coming off the bench, and how there's going to be jealousy issues, and these guys are going to want to start. And it was just a lot of misinformation. Like, it's cringeworthy stuff. Like, oh my God. Salute to you guys if you just joined the show. I just wanted to talk about this, right? As the people trickle in. This is Level-Headed Knicks Talk. I'm trying to think if I should honestly do a live show, like pretty much dissecting everything that was said, or should I just, do a regular video? So I'm working on that. But it was crazy. Some of the stuff they said just was outlandish, like Josh Hart and Dante DiVincenzo, who, by the way, Josh Hart signed. When he signed, he was not guaranteed an opportunity to be a starter on this team. And Dante DiVincenzo also, when he was signed, he was never guaranteed a starting role. But for some reason, salute the coach in the building. Salute to all the minds in the building early. I had some technical difficulties, y'all, but it seems to be good. I didn't want to delay. Hopefully, my sound is good. My sound should be A1. Hopefully, there's no lagging or nothing like that. But everything looks good on my end. By the way, if you notice, like, I know Coach is the only one to chat just far, but you can see on the side there, my box looks a little better. I was tweaking my chat box. Okay. Salute J Tap in the building. By the way, J Tap, he just joined the Discord server. Knicks Tape Madness, right? Definitely go and join the Discord server. We have a 24/7 Knicks chat. By the way, more good news. I got some announcements I'm going to make as the season comes, but I am an official affiliate of Lids. I've been waiting for this email for the past 45 days, because some of you guys, you like my hats. I know I got the freshest Knick hats, right? So I said, I'm going to work out a deal with Liz to be an affiliate, right? So I'm waiting for this email. It turns out they sent me an email, man. Salute to me. I am a Lids affiliate. So I didn't set it up yet. I noticed it right before I got on the live. So definitely we're going to be rocking with Lids, and I'm going to have some cool things. But one of the things I do have is the free Knick hat giveaway. That will also be through Lids as well. So definitely get inside that Discord server for more information. So salute to J-Tap. He just joined that Discord server. And salute to Sam, the man. All the Discord heads are in here early, y'all. Salute to everybody in the building. I was just talking about Gilbert Arenas, and I'm not sure if you guys watch Gil's Arena, but I mean, they were talking about the Knicks today. It was laughable. I might have to do a live show. I think I'm gonna do it with you guys. I'm gonna get the audio, and we were gonna dissect everything that was said. Some of the things they said was that Dante DiVincenzo and Josh Hart are gonna have issues coming off of the bench because of what they did last year and how they started, and they was putting in work, and now it's going to be difficult for them to want to go back to the bench. Could you guys believe that? Like, that's crazy to me. And they said a whole bunch of other things. Then last year, Gilbert was talking about how the Knicks were too small. And for some reason, he has this idea that the lineup is full of guys that's 6'1" and 6'2". Jalen Brunson 6'2". Dante is like 6'3", 6'4". Josh Hart is 6'4". They always want to take off an inch or two to magnify their point. And what he forgot, and the thing that a lot of people are forgetting, is that Mikal Bridges definitely makes us a bigger team on the wing because he's going to be playing the 2. But I'm going to get into the Gil stuff later. That's not what tonight's show is. But salute the Knicks will be champs in the building. Salute to Joe Curry. Everybody in the building early, man. It's good to see you guys here, man. Tonight's level-headed Knicks talk. I got 2 good topics we're going to talk about. Tonight, we're going to talk about with Coach Tibbs. Now, I don't mean to toot my own horn, guys, but I was the first person to say I want to see the small ball lineup. I want to see the lineup with Randle at the 5, OG Anunoby at the 4, Mikal Bridges at the 3, Josh Hart at the 2, or Dante, either or, doesn't matter, and Brunson. I want to see that lineup. And now Coach Tibbs, salute to Coach Tibbs. He goes on, I guess he was interviewed, and they got some quotes from him, and he said that, hey, we're interested in having Julius Randle play some stretches at the 5. I never said I want to start Randle at the 5. I said that I want to do it in spurts. That's all I said. And I particularly said it against the Boston Celtics because I want to see how KP looks with an All-NBA defender on him and OG Anunoby, who's a very good perimeter defender. The reason why I said I want to do the lineup is because we can keep Randle technically at the 4, put OG Anunoby on KP because KP's not playing below the nail. He's not playing below the free throw line. A lot of the things that they do is that pick and roll at the nail, and the goal is to either get KP to pop off the pick at the nail so he could do a little high posting from there, or to get him a 27-foot 3 because that's his average on 3. So that's why I initially made the claim that I want to see, and Coach Tibbs made it. So we're going to be talking a little bit about that. We're also going to be talking about Julius Randle, and the first topic I want to talk about is Julius Randle. I guess this is kind of a Randle-inspired show, right? I want to talk about him being ranked number 54 on the top 100 list for CBS. Now, all of these, news broadcasters, they have their own ranking systems and things of that nature. That's cool. Last year, when it came to power rankings, we used ESPN. This year, we're going to use Daily News. And we're going to use ESPN. But these, everyone has their list they're trying to do because let's keep it real. Besides some of the poppin' Knicks channels like Still Knicks fans, by the way, salute to Still Knicks fans and channels like that. These people are doing a bad job of just regurgitating old content, making up fake stories and things. I'm not saying CBS Sports is doing that. But when it comes to these lists are just not good, y'all. These lists are not good at all. How is Julius Randle ranked number 54 on the top 100 list, right? So that's going to be the 2 topics we're going to get into tonight, guys. Let's see. Oh, salute to Senior in the building. Salute to you in the building. Let me see. Going to be a while before we see that since he's not back until next year probably, but I hear you. Who you talking about is not going to be back till next year? I know you're not talking about Randle. Because Randle is projected to be back by training camp. I didn't see no new news saying Randle will be back till the next year. Oh, you said KP. Okay, I got you, KP. Yeah. Okay, so that's the new update on KP. I know he was going to miss probably the first month, but now they're talking about next year? Yo, let me tell you something, guys. If KP is not ready until next year, the Celtics are going to be in trouble as it relates to us. Because you guys already know how I feel about the Celtics. The only reason why they are our Achilles heel is because of KP and the fact that he stretches the floor, the stretch 5, 27 feet out. He killed us last season, right? And we can't cap. This is why we're the objective Knicks fan, right? Level-headed Knicks talk, right? Salute to all the level-headed Knicks fans, right? But at the same time, we understand that Kristaps Porzingis gives us a lot of fits and trouble. He's the reason that the Celtics even have the edge over us. If Kristaps Porzingis is not ready to go, oh my God, Al Horford, I'm telling you guys right now, respect to Al Horford. No, I'm not trying to trash his name. He's a quality veteran. He's been around, and I think he was an all-star earlier in his career, right? Quality big man. I'm telling you right now, Al Horford is food. His pick and roll defense is atrocious. Okay? Jalen Brunson coming in off the pick and roll, I already know what they're going to try to do because I seen what they did to Dallas last year, which was kind of catchy when they had Tatum and Brown in the pick and roll. to try to offset Luka, trying to force those mismatches, right? But at the same time, Al Horford, you're not going to be able to protect him all game long because Brown and Tatum are going to have to play some defense. They're going to have to guard. This year's Knicks team is way different than those Knicks teams. So that's the reason why I want to see the small ball lineup. Let's see what else you guys are talking about in the chat. Salute to everybody that just tuned in. So without further ado, let's kick it off like this, y'all. Let's kick it off like this. Let's go to the CBS. Let me load this up right quick. I'm gonna go into research mode, pal, because you already know how we get down. We jump into research mode. We put everything on the screen, right? So this is the CBS Sports Top 100 list, right? I'm gonna scroll all the way down because they do got, I think OG Anunoby and Bridges are ranked higher than Randle. So look, they got Randle at number 54. Salute to OG Anunoby and Bridges. This video is not really about them. I think they were rated. Hold on, let's pull them up right quick before we get to Randle. I think OG is number 46, and I think Bridges was like 41. Yeah, Bridges is 41, right? So salute to Bridges and OG getting in the top 50, right? I have no real qualms about that. Maybe you might could make an argument that maybe Bridges can be ranked a little higher, you know, especially since he had a lot of success in Brooklyn and, you know, at least for that one stretch. Last year, he was averaging 19 a game. But, you know, we'll live with that. We'll live with that. Because my job is not to fight all the battles. My job is to fight when there's some outlandish, you know, stuff going on, like Randle ranked number 54. The disrespect is unreal, y'all. The disrespect is unreal. First off, his last year rank was number 59. How many of you guys see that? Look at this. His last year rank is number 59. Matter of fact, let me see if I can make it bigger because I feel like it's a little small. Make it a little bigger. All right? Bam, that's perfect, right? His last year rank was number 59. And honestly, salute to them for this because not all ranking websites have, like, I don't think Hoop Heights necessarily lists your last year ranking. So I had to go back and Google last year's ranking because I like to see what the jump has been. So last year they ranked Julius Randle at number 59. Okay? So, and I put this in, I'm not sure where I'm on so many different platforms. I talk Knicks. I can't remember where I was at. But somebody argued that Julius Randle was injured last year. That's the reason why for his low ranking. Well, last year he played 77 games. I know he had this ankle injury into the playoffs, but he played in the playoffs. He didn't have the greatest playoffs, right? But last year he was ranked number 59. So even with the shoulder injury, he moved up 5 spots according to CBS. As a result, the shoulder injury suffered in late January. Randle wasn't part of the Knicks' playoff run. Given how well they played without him, it's easy to forget how well they played with him. At least they gave him credit because a lot of times people leave this stuff out, y'all. The Knicks went 12-2 in 14 games that he played in 2024. And of course, that was with OG Anunoby, right? He had 39-point performance, 4 30-plus point games, 4 30-plus point games. And a triple-double, right? They missed the scoring ability, his ability to draw double teams, how he fit on the next year's team is unclear. Now, as Knicks fans, right? Salute to all the Knicks fans. And I asked this question before, but now we're on a new show. I want to know how you guys feel about this. Do you guys question Julius Randle's fit with this team? Like, are we really concerned about Julius Randle as a puzzle piece? Matter of fact, I did drop a short on TikTok about this today. Yeah, I'm talking about Julius Randle's fit. Because a lot of people feel like for whatever reason, he doesn't fit the mold. But you see 12-2, how do you not focus more on the 12-2 and the fact that the Knicks have a better record? They didn't talk about this on CBS Sports. But the Knicks have a better record with Randle in the lineup than without him in the lineup. How do we leave these details out? Why, in order to justify ranking him at number 54, they got to add these murky details about how his fit will be unclear? Is that even a concern? Oh, Joe Curry. Oh, you said tell Liz to make size 8+ hats. Well, Joe Curry, you got to get snapbacks, brother. I got a snapback. This is the snapback. You got to get the snapbacks, man. That's the new style, you know? I used to rock the fittest too. I don't even know what my fitted size is. But yeah, I gotta tell him that. Definitely gotta tell Liz that. By the way, what Joe Curry's talking about, if you just joined the chat, I am an Lids affiliate. I didn't know. I've been waiting for the email for the past 45 days. Turns out they did send the email, and I am an affiliate. So I will, by the next podcast, I have more information about how I'm gonna incorporate the whole Liz affiliate thing into the program. But we'll talk more about that. Let's see. Will's going to be falling off of him. Randle is going to feast. Yes, I agree. We're talking about the whole KP matchup. Salute to everybody that just joined the chat. Let's see. J Tap said, hold on. Knicks will be champ says this team is built to withstand injuries. If we lose OG, Mitch for a stretch, I would feel comfortable with what we have. Really? Okay. So yeah, Knicks will be champs. We're gonna get into the backup center spot. I'm glad you said that. So you feel comfortable. I ain't gonna lie. I feel very comfortable with OG. I'm gonna put it like this. From 1 to 4, I feel like we're set. We don't need no more guards. We don't need no more small forwards, powerful. I think we're good. Marcus Morris, to me, completes the cipher. We don't need no more 4s, no more 3s, no more 2s, no more 1s. I think we're good. I think we're solid, right? The question mark is the 5 spot. We will get to that later on in the show. I promise you. Right? Right now, I'm just talking about the blasphemy, if you ask me, in terms of basketball, religion, right? Not that basketball is a religion, but I'm just talking in the basketball universe, not the actual universe. In the basketball universe, to me, right, this is just insane. It's insane that they had to utilize him and his potential fit that they say is unclear. Oh, by the way, why I got this numbers thing up. Hold on. Let me get rid of this. Pow. All right. Yeah, sorry about that. That's from my old show. But it to me it's like it's borderline disrespectful. No, it is disrespectful, right? You got DeMar DeRozan at number 53. Right now, are you gonna put let's do a count, y'all. Right? Because we at number 54. I'm gonna do a count. We're gonna go down the list. All right. This is an exercise we're gonna do together. Okay. DeMar DeRozan. I'm gonna tell you right now off the rip. Salute to DeMar DeRozan. His last year rank was 44. Who in the heck is putting together these lists? Right? How is he 44? Wasn't an All-NBA player. I'm not sure if he was an All-Star last year. I know he wasn't an All-NBA player. But Randle was an All-NBA All-Star last year, and he was ranked number 59. So I'm taking DeRozan off the list, y'all. Y'all riding with me? DeRozan's off the list. DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray's solid. I like DeJounte Murray. I think he's talented. I think he's going to flourish. Where's he at? He got traded to the Pelicans, right? I think that the Pelicans, that's going to be solid. I think he's going to be really good over there. Was Javonte Murray an All-Star last year? Was he an All-NBA candidate? No, he wasn't. What? Only if you want to use injuries, and I'm going to show you why the injury argument is, I already showed you why the injury argument is already capped already because Randle wasn't hurt last year and they had him at number 59. So I don't want to hear the injury excuse. I don't want to hear it, right? And I got another thing I'm going to show you why the injury excuse is capped. But DeJounte Murray, I respect him as a young, talented player. I'm not going to put him over Randle. Sorry. So that's 2 people, right? We're going to go down the list. I'm probably going to go to 30 because I got Randle in the top 30. We're going to go down to like maybe 30, 25 to see. Franz Wagner. I like Franz Wagner. Very talented. I'm sorry. He has no accolades, y'all. I know he got the bag. No accolades. Oh, salute to Maxine in the building, y'all. Definitely smash the like button. I'm cooking right now. I'm trying to show you why Randle should be rated higher. Franz Wagner, I am not putting him above Randle. I'm sorry. No All-NBAs, no All-Stars. How is he over Randle? I don't care about potential, right? Let's see. Brandon Ingram. Wow, Brandon Ingram went from 32 to 50. That's a mean drop. I think Brandon Ingram might have been an All-Star last year. Do we look that up? Let's look that up. I'm not sure if he was an All-Star last year. Brandon Ingram. We're gonna pull that up. They got him over Randle. I think he's the number 50. Brandon Ingram is number 50, right? Do you guys have Brandon Ingram ahead of Randle? I just want to check this right quick since we in research mode. He has one-time All-Star. So, he wasn't an All-Star last year. He did play 64 games. But his numbers, guys, come on, y'all. Respect to Brandon Ingram. But do you have Brandon Ingram over Randle? No. So far, I got all 4 guys we looked at thus far. I'm putting Randle behind him. Cade Cunningham, number 49, was 45 last year. I like Cade Cunningham. I think he's very talented. I think that he's going to be a young all-star. He's in the making for sure, a phenom. The Pistons, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the Pistons, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, really? Like, I hate to do this because a lot of these guys I like. But so far, I'm moving Cade Cunningham behind Randle. I can't think of a reason to put him ahead of Randle, right? I can't think of a reason to put him ahead of Randle, right? Oh, yeah, Maxine, let's get the lights up. Ingram was not an all-star. Thank you. Mortal Cuts. Salute to Mortal Cuts. He agrees we set from 1 to 4, right? They got Ja Morant at 14, and he played less than 20 games. Senior. Salute to Senior, man. Senior, you on point. By the way, Senior, I need you on my Discord server, man. Hit the link. Go to www.theobjectiveknicksfan.com, y'all. To everybody listening, join the Knicks Tape Madness Discord server. We have a 24/7 Knicks Tap. Salute to J-Tap. He's in there. We have great conversations. Salute to Coach. Salute to Sam. They also in the building as well. Definitely go join that Discord. I like what Senior said. He talked about Ja Morant. They got Ja Morant at 14, and he played less than 20 games. Senior, I was getting there. I don't want to hear injuries as an excuse. It is not an excuse for this list, y'all. It really isn't, right? It really isn't. But Senior hit it on the nail. I was going to get there. I was going to mention that after I moved up. I wasn't going to go that high up in the rankings, but I was going to point out some of the guys that was up there that had injuries, including Joel Embiid, right? Even though Joel Embiid did fall back some slots. I'm just saying, like, how do we value injuries when there's guys who are injured that are pretty high on this list? This list is not about injuries. Evan Mobley, another young, talented guy. I like Evan Mobley. Honestly, let me say this. And I don't care because, we're Knicks guys, right? But at the same time, Evan Mobley is somebody who I don't think the Cavs are going to use him right. Like, Evan Mobley showed me in the playoffs how he can be effective in pick and roll, and he can be a low post threat. Of course, teams don't feed the post like they used to. But Evan Mobley, let me tell you something, y'all. That dude is somebody who can definitely be a force in this league. But because he's not being utilized right, I still think Randle is over him. Once again, I know he was, defensive teams and all of these things. He has a little accolades, right? But at the same time, are you going to put him over Julius Randle when we know what Julius Randle was doing towards the end of his stint with the Knicks because of injuries? He was averaging I believe it was from December the 17th or the 18th all the way up until he was injured. He was averaging 29, 9, and 6 or something crazy like that. Randle was going on a stretch. So the 24 and 9 that he averaged would have been more because he was just on a tear. As much as I love Mobley, I'm not going to put him ahead of Randle, right? I love him as an individual talent, not as a cat. But I think Mobley's going to be really good. As far as Opperman Sengun, I'll keep Sengun ahead of Randle. The only reason why I like Sengun's game, I think Sengun had a really good year last year. For the sake of argument and just to be fair and objective, I'll keep Sengun ahead of Randle, right? As far as OG Anunoby, that's my guy, you know what I'm saying? Salute to OG Anunoby, cracking the top 40, cracking the top 50. And I think that OG Anunoby, his ranking is fair, right? 46, I think, is a great place for him to be in. He probably can grow more. I honestly think that I know Wemby's there, right? I know Wemby is somebody who you got to consider, but I'm going to keep it 100% real with you guys. I honestly believe that, hold on, let me just pause this. I honestly believe that OG Anunoby, if he plays over 65 games, could be like top 3 in terms of consideration for Defensive Player of the Year. I think that if he's on the floor, you already know the net numbers and all those things as well. But out of sake for his teammate, I'm going to move OG behind Randle because I feel like Randle is the second option on this team. He is the all-star on this team. OG Anunoby, I hope he does well. That's our guy. I don't want to have Nick on Nick balance, but I just have to go through. So far, we got 7 people that we moved behind Randle, right? Desmond Bane, very young and talented. I feel like he was able to shine last season. He averaged 24.6 points, which is an admiration for him, which is something that is very good, but you got to understand Ja Morant wasn't there, right? How much do we value Desmond Bane's 24 points a game? He's a solid defender, but the Grizzlies also wasn't a good team. So I'm sorry, Desmond Bane. While I like Bane a lot, I like all of these young guys. I'm moving them back. James Harden, there's no argument, guys. I'm moving him back. Let me see. I'm blown that you have Evan Mobley. You know what, guys? I'm sorry. Immortal Cut says I'm blown away that you have Evan Mobley over Randle. I don't have Mobley over Randle. I said I didn't say Mobley. I said I have Sengun. Not Mobley, guys. I have Sengun, Immortal Cuts. The young guys are on the cusp. They're going to rank higher than 10-year veterans. Facts, the Knicks will be champs. That's why I want to go through this list as quickly as I can. Then we're going to go to the flagship topic, which is the backup center, Coach Tibbs quotes and things of that nature. But I'm just saying, guys, this has got to stop, yo. I can't wait for the season to start. I really can't wait. Because when the season starts, now we got to focus on reality of real basketball, right? Of course, there's going to be false narratives, always. But this is ridiculous, y'all. But Sengun, for the record, y'all, I didn't have Mobley ahead of Randle. I had Sengun ahead of Randle, right? Just to be fair. I really could keep Randle where he was at, but I like Sengun's game, and I think that the numbers he put up, I think he's going to have better numbers this year. So I'm gonna keep Sengun there just to be fair. James Harden, definitely dropping him. Jaren Jackson Jr., don't even get me started on this guy. First off, this guy has to be the most smallest power forward. I'm saying not height-wise. I'm saying just the way he plays the game. He has to be the smallest power forward in history. While he's a great defender, and he has a decent mid-range game. His mid-range game is pretty solid. Sometimes he takes shots. I'm like, why are you taking those shots? But he hits them. I can't front on his mid-range game. To me, his offensive game is not on the level of Randle's game, right? I think Randle's is a lot more dynamic, better with his back to the basket, et cetera, et cetera. He's just a better defender than Randle. That's it. But when it comes to rebounds and scoring inside and just being to me, a better perimeter threat, because now power forwards are on the perimeter a lot more. I'm taking Randle. But look at his rank. Last year, he was ranked 28, which honestly is another catastrophe. How is he 28 last year, but Randle's number 59? Mind you, Randle's coming off an All-NBA All-Star that same year. I know he might have had Defensive Player one of those years, but still, I just don't understand. So right now, I got 9 guys. I'm working my way down. We're working our way down. So Scotty Barnes, definitely to me, Scotty Barnes, hell no. He went from 64 to 42 for what? He averaged 19 points, 8 rebounds. Okay? Now, he was an all-star. I guess getting the all-star boosts you up in the rankings. But why it didn't boost Randle up? He made 2 all-stars in a row. Why it didn't boost Randle up? So we got another one. Right now, I got 10 guys, y'all. 10 guys. I only kept Sengun. Mikal Bridges, salute to Mikal Bridges. You know, no Nick on Nick violence. Same thing I said about OG Anunoby. I love Mikal's game. They dropped him from 29 to 41, which is crazy to me. No, it's not crazy because I guess the argument could be made he didn't have the same level of year he did when he first got the Nets and he was just shooting at all cylinders. But at the same time, I think that him being in the top 50 is where he needs to be. But unfortunately, I have Randle ahead of him. And so that's 11 guys, y'all. Let me see what you guys is at. Randle has destroyed these guys and reads facts. Yo, guys, I have to read this for you so you can understand, right? We have to go through this list. There's no way we letting this slide, y'all. Not on my watch. I am not going for it. I am not going. You're right. He cooked Scotty. Yo, Jaren Jackson, Scotty, Randle, all these guys are food, y'all. All these guys, Evan Mobley. Man, they got to knock it off, yo. They really have to knock it off. I'm not done. KP is I could have sworn Kristaps Porzingis had injuries too. Right? Kristaps Porzingis actually went up 9 spots. Right? And the argument could be made he had a really good year in Washington. Well, he had a pretty decent year in Washington. But because you're on the world champion Celtics, you get boosted up. If we want, let's do it right quick. I don't want. It's Boston. I am the objective Knicks fan. Let's look at the numbers. I don't want to be too. I don't want to be too much one way. I'm gonna let the numbers tell the tale. Okay, let's let the numbers tell the tale. So Randle played 49 games. KP played 57 games. KP averaged 20 points. Randle averaged 24 points. Or 25 points. 24 point something, right? Okay, cool. KP averaged 7 rebounds. How does KP get the nod? I know why he gets the nod, because they won the championship. But KP wasn't an integral factor in the playoffs because he only played, 4 games in the playoffs? I got it right here. He played 7 games. He started 4 games. So he wasn't there for the whole ride. And to be honest, they played again. I don't even want to make this a Celtic show. I think we agree. I think we have enough evidence. We're going to move KP back. KP is not better than Randle. Rudy Gobert? Do we have... First of all, look at the next 2 people. By the way, Karl-Anthony Towns had injuries too. Where's Coach at? Coach, we need you. Coach to the front of the congregation. Coach to the front of the congregation. We have a cat alert. We're having a conversation about dogs. But unfortunately, due to CBS Sports, we have to talk about cats. But look at this. Last year, he was 37. He only dropped 1 spot to 38. Think about that. Had the same injury Randle had. Did not have the greatest playoff performance, right? How does he go up? How does he just drop 1 spot? And he's in the top 40. Rudy Gobert, we're gonna skip Rudy Gobert. I don't think we need to debate Rudy Gobert, right? We just gonna skip Rudy Gobert because I don't want to be, I don't want to come for NBA players too hard. I'm just gonna let you know I got Randle ahead of Gobert. Okay. Now, as far as Karl-Anthony Towns, he was an all-star, but once again, numbers. I think he might have played 60 games. His numbers are not better than Randle's. And they're both in the same position. They're both second options. This man disappears during big games. They got to knock it off. So right now, the count is 14. We got 14 people we pushing back off rip. Jalen Williams. Ooh. Guys, I need your help with Jalen Williams. I like Jalen Williams a lot. He honestly has some good games against the Knicks. He has some good games against them. Ooh, this is tough. Jalen Williams is tough. I ain't gonna lie. Now, of course, Randle's career, because Randle has been in the league more years. We know Randle is more decorated than Jalen Williams. He's just getting started in his journey. But I'm just looking at the game and the way it's being played and what. This is a toss-up, y'all. I'm gonna put one pass. I'm gonna put one pass only because, like I said, I like the career, and I don't think he was an All-Star last year. Let me see. Yeah, there's an All-Star appearance in his future, right? Yeah, he wasn't an All-Star. I might give the edge to Randle with this one, but I ain't gonna lie. This one is a good one. Let me see what you guys talk about. Jalen Williams, not yet. Okay. You know what, Billy the GOAT? You got me. You got me. I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change the possible. Nah, you right. Not yet. Not yet. I'm riding with you, Billy Goat. Oh, salute the Still Knicks fans in the building, y'all. Definitely. Yo, listen. Me and Still Knicks fans, we got a big collaboration coming on Monday, y'all. We got a big collaboration coming on Monday. I will be on Still Knicks fans, their weekly show, Monday at 9 o'clock. Definitely, if you're not subscribed to Still Knicks fans, go subscribe to Still Knicks fans. We will be over there, and it's going to be an action-packed show. It's always a pleasure to have Still Knicks fans. That man right there is the legend. By the way, and I still talk about it to this day, he has a great interview with Alan Hahn. Got to check it out. I love it. Salute the Still Knicks fans in the building. Right now, Still Knicks fans, to all the people that just joined, salute to everybody in the building. We're talking about Julius Randle's disrespect and slight. How in the world do they have him ranked number 54 on a top 100 list when he was an All-Star coming off of 2 straight All-Star appearances? And thus far, we're at 36. We didn't even get to this guy, bald-headed guy. And we're about to get to this bald-headed guy in a second, right? But we got 15 people that was ranked ahead of Julius Randle, and we pushed them back. The only person right now I said I'm giving okay to is Sengun. I feel like Sengun had a really good year. But that honestly could be overturned too. But I'm just trying to be fair because I don't want them to say, oh, yeah, you just a Knicks fan. That's why you pushing everybody back, right? I gave a lot of good explanation as to why we pushing certain guys back. So, Derek White. Can I ask you guys a question? Why is Derek White a poster boy? Like, why does Derek White get all of these honors and recognition, right? I know he won the championship, right? Salute to them winning the championship, right? We're not sore losers. But at the same time, it's like, dude, you're like a 4th, 5th option. Okay, let's give him 4th option over Holiday because Holiday kind of really took a real step back. What has Derek White done? Yes, he was All-NBA defensive team. Okay, that's fine. He's not an All-Star. And the question is, will he be All-NBA defensive team again? Because the Celtics are not going to win the championship. I'm sorry, y'all. They're not going to win the championship this year. Whether it's us that gets rid of them, I think we have a really great chance. Celtics ain't repeating. So this guy just, like, literally, he went from 62 to 36. How, Sway? I mean, some of these guys, you got them ahead of Jalen Williams, Towns. Well, Gobert, I'm not going to argue for Gobert. You got him over his teammate? I don't know, man. Yo, guys. Then you have him over Mikal Bridges. Is Derek White better than Mikal Bridges? Oh, we gonna see. Oh, that's one thing we can count on, y'all. We gonna see who's better than who. Because that is gonna be the matchup. Now, they might not guard each other head to head all the time, but at the same time, they gonna go head to head. Because they're the 2 guards. But I'm just trying to understand. Look, they got his picture here. Why is this guy so beloved? We gotta take our fanboy goggles off. Randle's a better basketball player than a few on the list, but a few things are taken in consideration. That's ridiculous. Facts. Yeah, yo, that's what I said. Still, Knicks fans. I said Sengun. I'm gonna give them Sengun because I like Sengun's game. I like the way he played last year. But the rest of these guys, they're not even all-stars. Right? They're not even all-stars. Just because you make a defensive team, to me, that doesn't trump being an all-star. Typically, when you're an all-star, at least for that season, that means you're in the top 24. I'm not saying Randle has to be ranked top 24, but I'm just saying, like, he's top 24 in the league. How do we do that? Trae Young, I don't know. Trae Young is an accomplished pro. He's a multiple-time All-Star. Hawks didn't have the best record, but 25-10. I'm gonna give Young the nod only because, you know, he's a decorated veteran at this point. I give him Young, but I'm not giving them Jamal Murray, who, by the way, can't play more than 65 games for his life. Who, by the way, was never an all-star. Who, by the way, got cooked in the playoffs against Minnesota. I am not giving them Jamal Murray. That's 16, y'all. Got a couple of more. I said I was going to do. Salute to Pascal Siakam. I like Pascal Siakam's game. But to me, head-to-head, I'm picking Randle. I'm sorry. Now, Pascal Siakam is a really good defender. But to me, when you talk about polished offensive game, right? Like, just like who has the better offensive game, I'm going with Randle because to me, he's more of a dynamic threat. Like, Pascal Siakam's not going to post up unless he has mismatches in the paint. That's the only way he's going to post up. For all we know, Mikal may be leave for Randle as a second option. Ooh, okay. Yo, I'm going to say this. Knicks will be champs. If Randle is leapfrogged by Mikal, I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Mikal becomes an all-star, damn near superstar, that's good for the Knicks. And he's going to sign for the low. Mikal is going to give us a discount. That's confirmed. We ain't even got to worry about Mikal. Don't be surprised. When is it? October 1st, 2nd, 3rd, something like that? Early October, right? When Mikal can sign his extension, don't be surprised if it's signed. Just like that. Boom, done. Don't be surprised. Boom, ram, bam, done. Don't be surprised if it's like a Brunson situation. These are the Nova boys. They want to be together. His boys are already signed. So, hey, if Mikal ascends to that high level, I ain't mad at him. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't mad at that. I ain't tripping. But when I'm talking about this list, y'all, right? We got to understand this list is not necessarily about the future. It's really about what they did, right? It's about what they did now. Like, this is not a potential list, right? Because if it was a potential list, then some of the guys I would probably have over Randle because they might have a greater upside. They're younger. But right now, these guys can't hold a candle to Randle. But back to Siakam, to wrap up the Siakam point, I think because Randle's offensive game is a little bit more polished to me, and Randle's a better rebounder, to me, Randle's just a better power forward, period, at the 4 spot. Now, Siakam at the 3, to me, is a lot more dangerous, but then got him at the 4. So head-to-head, I'm choosing Randle, not because I'm a fanboy, because I think Randle really would give him the business. Right now, we got 17. Jrue Holiday, I love Jrue Holiday. I hate the Celtics, but I love Jrue Holiday as a player. I think Jrue Holiday is honestly, he's top 5 all-time two-way point guard. Top 5 all-time two-way point guard. I try to put a list of point guards that are two-way point, not just defensive point guards, two-way point guards. Someone that can actually score 20 at their height and also lock you down. There's not too many point guards in history of basketball that can do that on his level, on an all-NBA multiple-time defensive level like Jrue Holiday. So it's tough. I'm going to give them Holiday, though. I'm going to give them Holiday only because, like I said, I think Holiday being a top two-way player all time, I'm going to give him the edge. Lauri Markkanen, no. I'm not giving Lauri Markkanen the edge, y'all. Sorry. I'm not. Is he young? Is he talented? Yes. Right? He ain't that young. He's 27 years old. Does he deserve the $238 million? Yes. I'm not, here to talk about people's bag. But he averaged 23-8, and he's a one-time All-Star in his career. Stop it. And Utah didn't even make the playoffs, right? They're not sniffing the playoffs right now. How do you have him ahead of Randle, y'all? And let me see the last one, and then we done. We're going to move forward. Chet Holmgren, I'll give you Chet Holmgren. No. Damn. Chet Holmgren is another tough one, y'all. I like Chet. But you know what? Only because Chet is still young in his career and he was a rookie, I'm going to give him Randle the edge because Randle, that's not fair, right? Chet is young, and it's not about potential. It's about what you did last season, right? And, yeah, Chet has a long way to go. It has a little ways to go before he catches Randle. So I got, right now, we got 19 guys. So if Randle is number 54 on the list, you minus 19. So on my list, based off of this adjustment list, Randle is number 35 on the list. That's where he should be. I'm not going to contest the top 30. Not going to contest the top 30. But I do want to say this. Ja Morant didn't play last year, and he maintained his top ranking. So injuries and not playing games does not count for this list, right? We saw, and salute to Jalen Brunson making 13 again. It seems like Jalen Brunson at 13 is where a lot of these guys have him because I think he's the 13th best player in 2K. I think Hoops Hype also had him at 13. So on some of these lists, Brunson's getting that top rating, right? But yeah, Ja Morant's injuries should put him out the top 20, right? And even Embiid, I don't think Embiid fell that much. I think Embiid is still in the top 5, right? Yeah, they got Embiid in the top 5. Embiid with the injuries. Hold on, check this out. Embiid, coming off MVP, was ranked number 6. Who is doing the rankings? Who? He's the MVP of the league. They got him at number 6. And then he's hurt, doesn't play, doesn't get MVP or no all-NBA honors. He was an all-star. And they got him at number 5. Yeah, I'm done, y'all. I'm done with this list. We're going to move forward, y'all. We're going to move forward. What do you guys think? Where you got, after looking at the breakdown, where do you have Randle? Where do you have Randle? I'm going to jump out of research mode. I want to know where you guys have Randle. J-Tap has Randle top 15. Yo, I'm riding with you. Hey, yo, he definitely has to be in the top 24. He was an all-star. We don't count all-star appearances like that anymore. Like, if you're an all-star, like, does that matter anymore? Like, I don't understand. You got guys who's not even all-stars in the top 40, top 30. These guys are not even all-stars. How? I don't want to even get into the top 30 politics, but I'm just saying. Top 20. That's a great point, J-Tap. Randle makes an all-NBA team. Shouldn't he be top 15? That's a fact. I agree with that. He was in a all-NBA team last year, though. He was an all-star, so that to me should put him in the top 24. Randle number 19. Okay. I'm riding with you. If you got Randle higher than me, that's fine. Me having Randle at 35 is just me going off of their errors, right? I just took their list and I enhanced it, okay? I took their list and I enhanced it, right? That's all I did. So Randle probably is higher. I'm comfortable with Randle being top 35 and higher because when you get to the top 35, then there's some real killers up there. You know what I'm saying? It's some real, assassins. Right? Hold on. My math might be off. He actually might be 34 because I only had Sengun and I had Holiday for sure. Those are the only 2 guys. All right, we keep it 35. Randle 35. Let's see. Top 20. Let's see. Top 25. He was hurt, but he was an all-star. Fact. But senior, like you said, senior earlier, you said the injuries is not an excuse because Ja Morant still kept his top 15 ranking or top 16 ranking. Yes, yeah, yo, Yorkel, you're right. The hate for the Knicks is disrespectful. This is why I do what I do. Welcome to the channel, guys. By the way, hit that subscribe. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I'm right at that 1,000 subscriber mark. We are right there. We're sniffing at it. We're like a dog trying to, get a treat or something like that, or get a bone. We trying to, crawl our way through the mud to go get it. So definitely, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, y'all. Help me get to that 1,000 subscriber goal. I'm not sure what the count is right now, but let's see if we could get to it on this show. But I'm gonna shift gears a little bit, y'all, because once again, to those who just joined the stream, I'm gonna say I told you so, because I was the first person to say, hey, I think that the Knicks should consider during spurts, and I was very particular when I said it. I said that they should consider playing Julius Randle at the 5, right? And then putting OG Anunoby at the 4, Mikal at the 3, Josh Hart at the 2 with Brunson. Josh Hart or Dante interchangeable, right? And the reason why I said that was because I watched Boston exploit in this, 4 games? I'm not sure how many games KP played in the finals. Whatever games he played in the finals. I watched KP literally pick and pop them to death when he was in the game, when he was active, right? And a lot of times he was operating from the nail and back. Rarely did KP post up low. He had a couple of moments where he was low because the mismatches was just insane, right? Because sometimes they would do the pick and pop and Kyrie would be matched up with him, right? Boston is so creative with how they run their sets because they have really 2 point guards on the floor. So they could exploit a matchup where, let's say, you put Brunson on Holiday, right? So now I'm going to have Holiday run pick and roll because Brunson's on him. Then, okay, let's switch Brunson on White. White, you going to come down running. Like, they have a very dynamic offense. I can't front. Even throughout all that dynamic offense, their only Achilles heel is Kristaps Porzingis. So the reason why I wanted to go small, right? Because I wanted to put OG Anunoby on KP. That's the matchup that I want, right? And I wanted to put Hart or any other, Mikal Bridges, doesn't matter, also in the action. So that way, if there is a switch, he still has good size, good perimeter defense because KP is not diving on the roll, right? So that's why I said, let's try Randle at the 5, but defensively he'll be at the 4, and then you put OG on Porzingis just for a stretch, not for the game. And guess what happened, y'all? Guess what? Our great coach, salute to our coach, right? Coach Tibbs, right? Now, my pops, the OG Knicks fan who actually featured on the channel when I did the live with him, he said that Tibbs is a good coach, not a great coach. He said in order to be a great coach, you have to win a championship, right? However, I think that Coach Tibbs is definitely somebody that's very solid and he deserves his props. He deserves his praise, right? So as you can see on the screen, I got it right here. Julius Randle could help fill the Isaiah Hartenstein void as the Knicks continue the center search. I have to say this guy's name. No hate, no shade, but Isaiah Hartenstein, I've been into too many debates regarding him and the contract and his loss. My thing is, like, when you say you fill in the void, I think, like, this is what I think when you say you fill in the void. SGA goes down. He's going to miss the rest of the season. How are you going to fill that void? That's when you say void, I'm not thinking about a career backup center. Let's face it. Yeah, he had a great year, great one. He got a little bag. Fantastic. But when we say fill a void, you reckon like 8-8 is hard to fill. 9 and 8.5 when he started. That's a hard void to fill. We already know Julius Randle can average 10 plus boards a game. So with that being said, Julius Randle by himself fills the void. Because he's also going to give you 25 points, right? Maybe a little less now with Bridges in those guys there. But I was the one that first introduced this. And for me, it was a pleasure seeing Tibbs say this, right? He said, we'll probably do a center by committee. And in the Q&A he did Tuesday on NBA.com, He said, we'll look at some different things because he have versatility. We could see Julius more at the 5. I don't want to do it for long stretches. That's what I said. I'm not saying I'm starting Randle at the 5. I said with certain matchups, especially when you got centers in Boston that like to pick and pop and play from 27 feet out, that's the time to go small because they're not looking to really dominate the inside. Now, I understand you're going to say, what about rebounding? However, that's why you got Josh Hart on the floor and Randle on the floor because Randle's still at the power forward position. He'll be in position to rebound, right? Because KP, like I said, he's 27 feet out or he's at the nail most of the time. He's not diving and crashing for boards. That's why KP only averages 7 rebounds a game, right? So I don't think the rebounding and when you talk about, oh, you have no one to protect the paint, Boston does not attack the way they should. Maybe this year they're going to change it up. But if I'm Boston, Jason Tatum, 6'9", shooting fadeaways from 20 feet out, that doesn't scare me. That doesn't scare me, right? To me, Boston, until they honestly take advantage of some of those size mismatches they have on the wing because they're really big and athletic, I think that, this year is going to be a struggle for them because this year the East is way better than last year. They're not going to just run through the play. It's not, especially when they see us in the Eastern Conference Final. It's no way they're running through nothing. Everything is going to be difficult, and they better pray KP is there. So yeah, not for long stretches, right? Because it would take its toll on him. But to have him do it for 10 to 15 minutes, I think he can do it well, and it'll create a lot of offensive advantages. So when CP from Knicks Fan TV, salute to CP, when he said that the Knicks were looking to do the Karl-Anthony Towns trade. Yeah, you remember that? We talked about that too on Level-Headed Knicks Talk. And he said that the Knicks want to play 5 out. Knicks can play 5 out with Randle. Hey, you don't have to trade Randle to play 5 out. You could just put Randle at the 5, and now you can play 5 out. And it's going to be a whole lot simpler. Maybe if we have time, I can go into the apron scenario a little bit more because I do want to talk about potential trades. Because right now we're talking about center by committee. We talk about the backup center. And a lot of you guys want to do trades, right? You want to make moves. I'm going to show you why some of the moves you want to make are just not possible, right? But right now, Julius Randle is a strong candidate to get some time at that backup 5. He says, Tip says, I think Randle has always adapted to whatever challenge he's faced. Each year, Thibodeau said, people forget the level that he's played at. 4 years ago, he had a monster season, and we didn't have the shooting we had now. So the floor is going to be more open. We got a glimpse of that in January. He's talking about when we went 12-2, which was his last month of basketball. Tibbs also says, we lost Isaiah Hartenstein, which is what we'll have to replace. Okay. But I think we have the versatility where we can play smaller at times because of OG ability to guard bigs. Coach Tibbs said that. What did I say? I said this like 2.5 months ago. I said, yo, I want to see OG on KP for a stretch. I want to see it because KP takes advantage of smaller guys who are not that, adept of guarding guys with size. But according to Coach Tibbs, who I also concur, I think that OG is the guy. Okay, remember the play against Philly, right? Remember when Maxey hit the crazy 3, right? The crazy 2 threes, actually. Remember the next game what Coach Tibbs did, the adjustment, and a lot of fans were saying Tibbs don't make adjustments. Tibbs put OG on Embiid. He put OG on Embiid, right? Thus taking away any lapses on defense in terms of pick and roll defense because Mitch dropped the ball that time when he fouled Maxey, right? So little adjustments there, right? So even if you put OG at the 5, right, defensively, and it's just for a possession, that's good strategy, right? Let's see. Evan Mobley over Randle in 2K25 is hella disrespectful. I'm riding with you, York. That's hella disrespectful. I agree. We need to stop acting like he wasn't made in New York. We will do fine without him. We made it once before we could do it again. In fact, man, salute to you. Listen, I am not an Isaiah Hartenstein basher. Salute. Look, I give him a salute. I give him an air horn. Give him multiple air horns. Salute to Isaiah Hartenstein. I hope he does well in his career. He is not the world beater that. And you know what? This is the power of New York City, right? When you think about it. Only in New York City can you have a Jeremy Lin type guy come out of nowhere for like 7 games, kill it, and now he gets $25 million contract. $30 million contract, right? Think about that. Only in New York that can happen, where you go out there and have one season, a half a season, right? A half a playoff series. And then now you're this big name that all these media people are talking about, when the year before no one was talking about Isaiah Hartenstein. No one. Half these guys probably didn't even know who he was. Now Isaiah Hartenstein is this big loss. Oh my God, what are we going to do without Hartenstein? Oh no, we're going to miss his 8-8. I don't want to undermine his value, right? And I know some of you guys, like, salute to still Knicks fans. I seen when he was talking about how Isaiah Hartenstein, he was kind of good, like, at the nail or right below the nail in terms of making plays for other people, passing the ball. That can be replaced. What do you think Randle is? That's what Randle does. Randle's giving you 5 assists a game. Possibly can give you 6 in this new offense, the way I think it's going to be spread out and spaced out. You know what I'm saying? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Let me see what you guys talking about here. Boston doesn't have physical bigs. Right. You could get away with Randle at the 5. For 10 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm not saying to start Randle against Boston. No, Randle is not a designated 5. I repeat, he is not a designated 5, nor do I think he has to play the 5 every game. No. I'm saying against teams like OKC when they go with Chet at the 5, right? And teams like the Warriors with Draymond Green at the 5. You can get away with Randle at the 5, right? Even Denver, when they go to the bench, when Denver doesn't have DeAndre Jordan doesn't play, and I was going to save that, but I'm going to get to Denver in a second. But Denver doesn't have a backup big center. DeAndre Jordan is on the depth chart, but he doesn't get minutes like that. He does not. I'll show you that in a second. But, a lot of these teams have smaller backups. Naz Reid is only like, 6'9", 6'10"? Naz Reid ain't a 7-footer. So, it can happen in spurts. Definitely can happen in spurts. Let's see. We'll do some different things. This is what Tip says. We'll do some different things because we have versatility. We can see Julius Randle more at the 5. Oh, yeah, I said that. Okay, I read that. Okay, cool. So that's Coach Tibbs, right? Oh, by the way, y'all, I just seen the news. Oh, my God. This was either yesterday or earlier today. But, guys, we don't have Scap. Scap is gone. The Westchester Knicks agreed to trade returning players' rights to Demetrius Scap, basically, don't ask me to pronounce his name, to the Maine Celtics in exchange for Brandon Slater and Joe Wieskamp. Why did we trade Scap? What is it about Scap, guys? Like, what, Scap wasn't good? Like, what, I don't understand that. They just let Scap go. Not only did they not give him a contract to the main team, not only did they not give him a contract to the 2-way contract, not only did they give him a contract to the G League team, they traded him. Yo, what the? Like, yo, I don't know, man. But salute to Leon Rose, and Leon Rose we trust. But I'm just saying, Scott was very impressive in the thing, right? He was very impressive. Let me see. So we talked about Julius Randle. He's situational at the 5 spot, right? OKC runs a lot of small ball. I talked about Denver, right? They don't really have a backup center. Like I said, DeAndre Jordan doesn't get minutes like that. You know what? To even double down a little bit more, let's see if I got this here. I'm going to go back into research mode. To double down a little bit more, when we talk about Julius Randle and him playing the 5, I could pull this up. I don't got it. But I have a list of 5s here. I can't put it on the screen, but I got a list of 5s here. I just want to read these guys off, right? These are backup 5s. Kevon Looney is 6'9". Sometimes he starts at the 5. You got Brandon Clark, who's around 6'9". Jalen Smith, who's like 6'8". Paul Reed, who's 6'9". Backup centers, Christian Wood, who's 6'9", 6'10". Xavier Tillman for the Celtics, 6'8". Now, when we said the Celtics don't play big, their bigs don't play big, the only one big guy they got that played big is Luke Cornett. But Luke Cornett don't really get the time like that to really like assert himself the way I think that he could. And I think that because they're going to have a training camp, I think Tillman is going to be the go-to guy because Tillman, to me, is a little bit more dynamic than Luke Cornett. And I think the Celtics will like what he brings to the table. But Chris Boucher is only 6'9", right? Daniel Tice is 6'8". These are matchups that Randle can exploit. I'm not concerned with Randle at the backup 5. Bro, Tiz doesn't mandate the minutes for players. The players decide that. Look at the averages and see they didn't play much more 30 minutes on average. That's a fact. Matter of fact, I'm glad you said that. I'm gonna jump in to research. Hold on, these are my notes, y'all. Hold on. Get rid of my notes. I'm gonna jump into research mode, right? I'm gonna show you what Senior's talking about. What he's talking about is this, y'all. He's talking about. Is this last season? Let me just double check. Yeah, okay. So this is last year, right? When you look at the minutes, right? Another thing Gilbert Arenas was wrong about. Gilbert Arenas said that Jalen Brunson is going to play 38 minutes to 40 minutes. Julius Randle is going to play 37 minutes. And OG Anunoby is going to play, no, not Andrew Anunoby. He said Mikal Bridges is going to play 36 minutes. Randle and Brunson has never played more than 35.4 minutes under Coach Tibbs. That's one. So these guys don't know what they're talking about. I think I'm going to do a video response because if you don't know what I talked about this earlier, Gilbert Arenas did a podcast talking about the Knicks again. And those guys, I think they do it on purpose to get us riled up because they know that we have the most fans. First off, salute to the Knick Nation in the building. I think they know we have the most fans, and they know that we're going to go crazy, and those clips are going to go viral, and people are going to respond to them. That's why they say the stuff they say, because it really doesn't make basketball sense. But just to give you what Senior's talking about on the screen, he's correct. Look at the minutes, y'all. So you got, 4 guys that played 30 minutes, right? Okay, because we're not going to count R.J. Barrett. He got traded. But 4 guys that played 30 minutes, and then Dante DiVincenzo at 29. And remember, that 29 was because he started 63 games. It would have been a little less, right? Had he been coming, probably a lot less, maybe 5 minutes less, right? Same thing with Isaiah Hartenstein, 25 minutes a game because he started 49 games, right? So these numbers is what J-Tab is talking about. He's correct. I mean, what Senior was talking about. He's correct. Tisney, let's see. Okay, but Yorkel, right? Yorkel. So hopefully I said that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. Yorkel. Josh Hart plays 33 minutes a game. So Josh Hart is not getting 40 minutes a game. The only reason why these guys got 40 minutes a game, I jump out of research mode. The only reason why these guys play 40 minutes a game is because guys were hurt. This year, the way their roster is constructed, you know what? Let me see if I can get a quick depth chart. I'm going to show you, I'm going to pull up a quick depth chart and I'm going to jump back into research mode. Because the way that the Knicks depth chart is constructed, from 1 to 4, we definitely don't have issues. But at the 5, we have bodies. I didn't even get to Jericho Sims and Precious Achiuwa yet. I really didn't even do it yet. Let me see. All right, bet. We're going to jump back into research mode. So look, I got a little depth chart here, right? We're pretty stacked. So look. OG Anunoby goes down, right? OG Anunoby goes down. By the way, look, notice how they have the injury report here. Remember, Deuce had, I think Deuce had surgery. OG had surgery, right? They're listed as day-to-day. Everybody else, it looks like they're going to be good to go, including Mitchell Robinson, who some fans had question marks behind. But once again, if you don't see any reports about surgeries, injuries, and nothing like that, don't believe the hype. But look, this is the depth chart, right? So look, if OG Anunoby goes down, I know they have Josh Hart behind him, but realistically, Dante will start and Mikal slides to the 3. See that? And then you still have Josh Hart off the bench with Deuce McBride. You still got Campaign, who could give you time at the 2 if you need it, but you already know that this ESPN depth chart is wrong because we already got the word from what's the guy's name from SNY. Ian Begley. We already got the word from Ian Begley that Tyler Kolek is ahead of Cameron Payne in the depth chart. So if anything happens to OG Anunoby, Mikal slides to the 3, Dante starts. So, yeah, I mean, and then when you look at the 5 spot, now we talked about Randle in spot minutes. We know Randle will not be the starting 5. We don't recommend that. But you got a guy in Precious Achiuwa who gave you solid minutes at the 4-5 last year. Is he the best backup center in the league? Probably not. Is he better at the 4? Probably so. But he's another body, and you still have Jericho Sims. I know some of you guys are not feeling Jericho Sims. I know some of you guys are like, yo, he's just a bodybuilder. He doesn't work on his game, right? But Jericho Sims is somebody you have to consider. You have to consider him, right? And of course, they got Ariel here as well, right? Right? So I think we're fine, man. Now, worst case scenario, right? Let's say you're not feeling the team, or the team is not you not feeling the team. Let's say the team is not playing well, right? For whatever reason, we're not getting the production we need at the 5, or Mitch gets hurt, right? We don't want this to happen. I'm just hypothetical scenarios that could realistically happen. The backup 5 position is a sore spot. You want to get help, right? So hopefully I have this here. Hold on. Let me just double check. Get my notes out the way. So I want to show you guys the list of December 15 trade targets. And then I'm going to jump into some salary apron too. So if you want to trade for a center, y'all, remember December 15th, right? So these are the list of the people that's going to be available, right, on December 15th for trade, right? And the reason why these guys are favored, a lot of these guys, because they're on minimum contracts. So they're easier to move. Taj Gibson with the Hornets, right? How many of you guys want Taj back? Tristan Thomas with the Cavaliers. I don't think the Cavaliers would trade Tristan Thompson. You got the Denver Nuggets. They got DeAndre Jordan. I don't see them parting ways with these guys. They also got Saric. I forgot they picked up Saric too. The Nuggets. All right, cool. So you got the Pistons. No. You got Morris, Kyle Anderson. No. James Wiseman. I don't know. I think the Pacers might want to use him, but hey, you never know. Maybe they'll put him up for grabs. You got Mo Bamba. That's a joke. They'll never trade for Mo Bamba. You got Kevin Love, right? Maybe the Heat are doing terrible. Would you go get Kevin Love? By the way, Kevin Love is 6'8". Thomas Bryant, 6'10". I'm good on Thomas Bryant. I'm just showing you some of the guys. But the number one guy, I'm just going to cut to the chase. You want this guy right here, Jonas. How many of you guys want Jonas Valanciunas? How many of you guys want Jonas Valanciunas? This is the guy you want, right? All right, let me show you why that trade is going to be kind of difficult to do. I'm going to show you why that trade is kind of difficult. We're going to jump into sports track. All right, so first off, when you look at the aprons, right, this is perfect. So this list right here, and you know what? Let me, because I know you guys are going to struggle to see it. So let me make the window smaller so you guys can see it, okay? So look, this is the list of the aprons, right? Because a lot of guys, y'all say y'all want to do these trades, and y'all just are kind of off base. Like, you guys don't really get the full picture. I'm not saying you guys in the chat, but there might be some of you guys in the chat that don't understand the restrictions that exist when making trades. So the Knicks right now, you see this right here, number 9, Knicks, $181 million. We are officially a first apron team. Okay? The reason why we are first apron team is because the first apron threshold, I believe, is $179 or $78 million. Okay? That's why you see this minus $3 million right here. So we are officially a first apron team. When you are a first apron team, it has a lot of restrictions. But the greatest restriction that we have is this right here. As you can see this lock, I got my mouse hovering over the lock. We are hard capped at the second apron, okay? That means we only have $7 million in room to the second apron, but not just the $7 million to the room. The fact of the matter is when you're making a trade, you have to trade value for value within 110%. So you can no longer trade 3 guys for 1 guy, right? Now, what I want to do right now, I want to pull up Valanciunas' schedule. His salary. Because a lot of you guys keep talking about Jonas Valanciunas. And I think he would be a solid pickup if you can get him, right? But I'm going to show you why it might be a little, hold on. I can't spell this, guys. Hold on. Let me just Google it because I'm bad with the Euro names, y'all. Jonas, there we go. Bam. There's no way I was going to spell that. I'm going to pull up his sports track, okay? Because I want to show you numbers, right? So Jonas Valanciunas, right? He's making $9 million a year. All right? $9 million a year. Not a lot of money. Doable, right? Okay, cool. Let me show you why that might not be as doable as you think. I want to pull up the New York Knicks sports track for this year. Let me see. There's a certain page I like to go to. That's why I do the Google search. To those of you guys who know. Yeah, this page right here. For some reason, I can't get in a sports track, so I do a Google search. But look, who are you trading? Mind you, you can't do 2-for-1s, 3-for-1s. You have to trade equal players, equal salary. Okay? So if you're going to trade players for Jonas Valanciunas, you have to match up the amount of players in the trade, and you have to match up the amount of money. Are we clear? Okay, cool. So this is your salary. Now we know nobody in the top 8, the top up here, you're not going to trade it, right? You're not going to do a Dante DiVincenzo trade, right? Not for Jonas Valanciunas, at least. You got Precious Achiuwa, who also can be traded on December 15th, right? Not before then, on there. You got Deuce McBride making 4.7. How are you going to match money for Jonas Valanciunas? How do you plan on doing that? Right? He's with the Wizards, right? Where are the Wizards on this cap? I don't think they're hard cap. I think they might be capped at the first apron. Yeah, they are capped at the first apron, but they got $10 million in space. So look, I'm going to show you. You see these teams down here? You see these teams down here? All these teams down here, right? They have an easier time making trades. Right? These teams down here. Maybe not Dallas and Golden State because they're hard capped at the first apron, and they're kind of close to the first apron. But the rest of these teams, not Sacramento either. I'm going to say Brooklyn down. From Brooklyn down, these teams can easily make trades. Right? They could do 2-for-1s, they could do exceptions, they can do all of that stuff. However, the rest of us, the teams that are in the first apron and above, there's certain moves that we can't make. Now, what I will do, just for reference, right? I'm going to pull up the Wizards sports track so we can see what other players on their team. I'm going to show you how kind of difficult it's going to be to get a trade done for Jonas Valanciunas because you can't do it straight up, nor can you do 2-for-1. So we got the Wizards sports track right here, right? And I want to see the salaries they got. So off the rip, I see a trade that the Knicks can do. I don't think you guys are going to like it. I don't think you guys are going to like it. Basically, you see this guy, Anthony Gill, and Jonas Valanciunas, right? For Precious Achiuwa and Deuce McBride. That would be able to get the deal done because it's within 110%. Because if you add, all right, let's add the salaries up. That's $10.7 million on the Knicks side. On the Wizards side, it'll be about $11 million. No, wrong. Nope, you can't do that trade. Try again. So who are you trading for Jonas Valanciunas? Let me see what you guys talking about. Valanciunas is the easiest trade because the Wizards have a first-round pick. No. Yoko, follow me. You got to match money. Okay, you got it. I see your later comment. You got to match money. How much money does Base Joe make? Hold on, let's go back. Base Joe. No, not enough. Not enough. Base Joe, and remember, you got to match players too. So it can't be 2 for 1s. You can't do that. Not as a first apron team. You can do that before you get into the first. Wait, hold on. No, you can't do that because you're going to be capped at the first apron. Right. That's what the Mikal Bridges thing was. So no, you can't do it, guys. These trades are hard. However, I do got a trade I want to show you. And guys, since we're looking at numbers, let me know what trades you want to do. And we'll pull it up. I know a guy we could get. And to all my regulars, y'all gonna know who I'm gonna pull up. Yes, you guessed it. If you guessed it, Walker Kessler, baby. Let me show you his numbers. Walker Kessler is the easiest center we can get money-wise. Of course, we know we got Ainge. Ainge is a hater. So we already know that Ainge is going to make it difficult. But money-wise, because he's on a rookie scale contract, this is Walker Kessler's number right here, y'all. $2.6 million. He's on a rookie scale contract, and he's a restricted free agent. So look at this, right? I'm going to tell you the trade that I would love to do. I know it's not going to happen. I know Ainge is going to frown upon it. But I'm going to put it back just so you guys can see it because I know I'm moving a little fast. So right now, this is 25-26 season. No, I'm sorry, 25-24. You see his numbers, $2.9 million right here, right? This is Walker Kessler. And let me see if I can get it more centered in the screen. Bam, all right. Walker Kessler, okay? All right. So look, I'm going to go back to the Knicks salary cap. I will do Pacome Dadier. Sorry to all the French massive. I'm packaging Pacome Dadier. And I don't want to do it, but Jericho Sims, man. That might be able to get the deal done. If you package them two, and then hold on, let's see who the Jazz have. Let's see who the Jazz have. I know the Jazz got some players that doesn't make money like that. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up the Jazz salary. So now you see why these trades are not easy to make. That is not as easy as the old days, because before the only restrictions you really had was just luxury tax penalty, which the Knicks would have paid, right? No issues. But because this new apron scenario since what, 2017? I think the apron has been the way it has. I think the apron goes back to 2010 or 11 or 13. But the real rugged apron restrictions is like from 2017 because I did my homework on it. But look, we're going to pull them up. Utah Jazz Sports Track. All right? Cool. So look. So I would do, right? I would convince them. Damn, I don't know if they'll give up Patty Mills. I don't know if they'll give up Patty Mills. I ain't gonna lie, this is gonna be tough. But it'll have to be a combination of Patty Mills and Walker Kessler for damn. For Sims and Pacome Dadier. And we could give them all the protected picks. Because is Patty Mills even going to play on that team? Let's see, they got Colin Sexton. Oh, they got the young boy. I don't know. I think they'll be willing to come on Patty Mills. Just to make the deal happen. You feel me? Just to get the deal done. Or if they're not feeling that, my next trade. Now, look, guys, don't kill me. Don't be mad at me. I know you guys love. They're not. Yoko's like they're not gonna do Patty Mills. Hold on, but guys. But guys, okay. I know this is Danny Ainge. This may be a waste of time, but I'm showing you that my numbers work. My numbers work. So look, I'll do this then. I'll do. Damn, I don't want to do this. I'll do. Damn. I'll do Deuce McBride, y'all. I'll do Deuce. Sorry, man. We got a lot of guards. I'll do Deuce and Pacome Dadier. If I get my math right, that's like $6.5 million, right? We got to be within 110%. So let me just write that down. So look, we got Deuce and Pacome, right? That's 6.5, right? I'm going to go to Utah. When I go to Utah, Kessler's giving me about 3. And then but they make a little bit more, though. That's not going to be 110%. This trade might not work. Because all the rest of these guys, these are young guys. I don't know if they'll give up Johnny's young. I don't know if they give these other guys up. Damn, y'all, this is a quagmire. Do you think they'll give this Malachik guy up? What's his name? Mikel Luke? Because he works. If you add Mikel Luke and Walker Kessler, that's enough to get the deal done. You don't think Ainge will do that? The Mikel Luke dude and Walker Kessler for Pacome Dadier and Deuce McBride. You guys feeling that? Sherman says they can't trade Mills. Okay. Y'all not okay. They don't want Deuce. That's true. Precious can't be moved. No. Nick Shack, I'm saying December 15th. So the context is December 15th. This is all December 15th talk. This is not right now talk. This is December 15th. I gave the scenario. I give it again because I've been here for a little while. The scenario is the 5 spot for whatever reason is not working. We get to December 15th. We need a center. So I want you guys to pick out a center. Oh, Big Dog Talk Sports. Listen, man, we're not doing pocket watching. We're trying to put together a trade. Okay, Yorkel, who you want to do Precious and Deuce for? You want to do Precious and Deuce for Walker Kessler? That's too much money. Precious makes $6 million. We gotta match the money. Who else do you want on this team? You want some of these guys up here? I don't know if they're gonna trade these guys. Cody Williams and these guys, that's their young prospect. I want to see what centers you want. Let's go to Clint Capella. Y'all want to do Clint Capella? Right, let's do Clint Capella. A lot of people talking about the Knicks want to get Clint Capella, right? And I'm like, in my mind, how in the heck are you going to get Clint Capella? Do you guys even know the money that Clint Capella makes? This is Clint Capella, y'all. He's making $22 million. How in the hell are you going to get Clint Capella? How are you going to do it? What center you guys want? December 15th. Knicks will be champs. That's what we're saying. We're saying we're doing the experiment now, guys. So the guys that's just like catching up to what I'm saying. We're doing the experiment. We did the experiment. The Sims, the Precious is not working. The 5 spot is weak. We're not winning as many games as we want. We want to make a move. There's centers available. It's December 15th. Not now, December 15th. Open business. I put up the 87 players that's available, right? Who you trading for? Clint Capella's off the list. Just letting y'all guys know that right now. Anybody who makes more than Precious Achiuwa money is going to be very difficult to trade for him. The smaller contracts are a lot easier to manipulate and move guys around. When guys make $12 million or more, it's going to be hard to get these guys. Pick a center out. Steven Adams, let's go. Let's go, Steven Adams. Right? Steven Adams. We're going to do Steven Adams. right? Now I do want to say this. If you're going to trade Mitch, some of these deals can get done because Mitch is making about, what, 14? Hold on, let's pull Mitch salary up. Let's pull Mitch. I got Mitch right here. So look, Mitch makes $14 million. So if you want to move off of Mitch, now you might be talking. But it's still going to be a difficult trade because now you got to get a center that can play and give you what you think Mitch can't, or give you better than what Mitch is giving you. So that makes it even more complicated too. But look, we're gonna look at Steven Adams. Steven Adams makes $12 million. How are you gonna get Steven Adams? And hold on, and he's on the Rockets, right? Let's see where the Rockets is. The Rockets are, where are they? Did I pass them? Rockets. Okay, they got money, but they're hard cap at the first apron. Okay, so they don't really have too many restrictions on their end. But yeah, we have restrictions on our end. And let's look at their team just for fun. Let me see if I could do it like this, but I haven't searched for it. Okay, Powell. Perfect. I love how it gives me the right year too. All right, cool. So this is the Rockets. So wow, look at this. Steven Adams is the third highest paid player on this team. That's crazy. So how are you going to package it? You giving up Mitchell Robinson? Mitchell Robinson for Steven Adams? Y'all jacking that? Because you can't do Precious. You can't do Sims. You can't do none of those guys. They don't make enough. This is the apron thing that we're talking about. We want McBride. He's the best defensive point guard by the 15th. We won't need a center. He's basically saying Huck Party. I just say Ariel. He'll surprise you. I hope so. Guys, we're just having hypothetical talk. I'm not saying it's not going to work out. I have faith in my Knicks. I'm just putting the trades things. I just want to put the trade thing to shame. I kind of did this maybe 2 episodes ago too, but at the same time, the rumors could persist. So I'm gonna jump out of research mode. Unless you guys got me more things you want me to put up. I'm gonna say this, y'all. Right now, we got a really, really good team. I think we got good options. I think that the 5 spot can be okay. Now, Mitch going down, that's a little, I ain't gonna lie, it's a little scary. You know what it's like? I'm gonna tell you what Mitch going down is like. Mitch is like going bungee, no. Yeah, oh, no, I got a better one. Mitch is like, right? You going skydiving. And you getting on the plane, you getting ready, getting your stuff together. They're explaining to you all the things you got to do, right? And in the explanation, it's kind of like, Mitch is going to get hurt. Like, it's coming. You just hope it's not going to be too bad. But he's going to miss time, right? And now you're like getting ready to jump out the plane. You're looking down. You're like, oh, that's kind of like what Mitch is like. Because the injury is going to come. You don't know when it's going to come. You don't know when it's going to be your time to jump out the plane. But there's going to be a time where you're going to have to jump out this plane. So we know Mitch is going to go down, right? We just hope it's not for the season. We just hope it's not for the playoffs. Where are we at, guys? Mitch and Precious Achua for Clint Capella. All right, look, I'm going to jump back in research mode. Because I like, guys, when I was younger, I used to play NBA 2K GM mode all day and just do trades all day, right? No cheat codes, like really trying to do trades. So I kind of like doing this. This kind of bring me back to my old days. So he said he want to do Mitch and Precious Achua for Clint Capella. Now remember, guys, first apron team can't do 2-for-1s. So now you're going to have to get another guy on their side to add to the trade, right? And it has to be within 110%. And you can't send out more money than you take in. I forgot to add that caveat. Yes, it's a lot of restrictions when you're a first apron team. By the way, if you missed the podcast, go back and watch the podcast this past week because I did a really good job explaining this. Now, I'm going to pull up, I'm going to go back to Clint Capella, right? So let me scroll up. All right, so we're going to pull up. Where's Clint Capella? He's on the Hawks still, right? So let's just go to the Hawks. All right? All right, cool. Because we need another player to make this deal right. Remember, Clint Capella is making $22 million. The cheapest contract they got on this team is this guy, Mohamed Guy. So off the rip, if you add Mohamed Guy, right, you see him where the mouse is 1.8. You're probably going to have to wait till December 15th, too, because I think he's a rookie, right? So this Mohamed Guy, 1891, and you got Clint Capella's 22.6. So if you add that up, that's like, what, 24.5? 24.5. So remember, we have to come more than 10%. All right, 110%. Now, let me pull up the Knicks. He said he want to do Precious Achua, who makes 6, and Mitch, who makes 14. That's not enough. Not enough. You're going to need more salary. So what you could do is you could make it a 3-team deal and add this guy Jope to it. Hold on, let's see. Let's go back to the Hawks. Maybe you add this guy here. Pajecki. Nah, it's not going to work because they got guys that's $2 million. So you're at 20. You're at 20, what 20.5 million? You got to close this $4 million gap. So how do you plan on closing the $4 million gap in this Capella trade? You know who I like, though, on the Hawks? I like the Onyeka Okongwu kid. I like him. I like him. I'm not going to trade Mitch for him. He does make $14 million. But I do like this Onyeka Okongwu kid. Maybe if you want to trade, he makes too much money. There's no way to get the Okongwu kid. But even if you trade Mitch and Precious, you don't have enough money. You got to come within 110%. Oh, somebody else said I was going to get to this guy, Yorker. We're going to pull up Nick Richards. Let's do Nick Richards. Because he's somebody with a pretty good contract. Honestly, Nick Richards might be the easiest guy to get. Now that I think about it. So Nick Richards is making $5 million. Off rip, you already know the one player straight up that you can do the trade for. I thought Nick Richards was 25. He's a little older, man. Hold up. Nick Richards, hold up. Let's pull up his basketball rankings. Nick Richards. I thought he was 25. I'm thinking he's younger than what he is. Hold up. Nick Richards. Let's pull him up. He's only been in the league 3 years, right? Yeah, he had 2021. And he's 27? So he must have did a lot of years in college. He must have played like all 4 years in college. He's giving you 9 and 8. Solid. How many games he played again? 67 games. Oh, he a yard man. He from Jamaica, yo. Salute to all the yard man in the building, right? All my Jamaican people in the building. All right, so look, guys. All right, so look, guys. You know what you're gonna have to do, guys. Nick Richards. All right, he makes $5 million. Right? Where's he at? $5 million. What's the one player you're going to have to trade for him? Deuce McBride. 4.7. That's within the 110%. And you're taking back more money than you're giving out because you can't send more money than you're giving out. But you can take back more money than you're giving out. That trade works. The 4.7 for the 5, that's a done deal. How many of you guys is doing that? You guys are willing to give up Deuce McBride for Nick Richards? That's a done deal. Money-wise, it works out. He said, not for Deuce. Okay. So look, not for Deuce, right? Okay, not for Deuce. Then for who? Now, if you don't trade Deuce McBride, you can't do Precious Achiuwa straight up. Who are you going to do it for? Because once you get past Deuce McBride, below him, you got Jope at 2.6. Now you got to put together a package and hopefully make the contracts work. Because when you go look at back to the Hornets, well, wait a minute, Seth Curry. Hold up, y'all. Wait a minute. We might have a trade. Hold up. Now, look. Here's a trade that you could do. Here's a trade. No, you still can't do it. And hold on. Is Nick Smith Jr.? Yeah, this is the kid they just got, right? So, they're not going to give up Nick Smith Jr. No, they're not doing it. All right, so look, you could do what you possibly could do would be Taj Gibson and Nick Richards. That's $8.5 million, right? Taj Gibson and Nick Richards, $8.5 million. And look, when you go to the Knicks, you're going to have to $8.5 million. You could do Precious and one of these guys here. You could do not campaign, but you could do, let me see. Oh, that's going to be tight. You're going to have to do Sims, or you're going to have to do Jope. Yeah, you could do Jope. How about that? Jope and Precious Achiuwa for Nick Richards and Taj Gibson. Do you think the Hornets going to bite off that? Salute to Mizak Saponi in the building. Salute to everybody that just joined the building, man. We having fun right now. We covered the main topic. We talked about the backup center position. We talked about Randle. We said why Randle honestly can give minutes at the 5, not start at the 5. No one's saying that. Not Tibbs wasn't saying that. I'm not saying that. We also talked about the ranking of Julius Randle. They had him ranked at number 54. Craziness. So now we're having fun with trades at the 5 spot. We're saying it's just hypothetical. We're talking right now about December 15. Things they're not going right. And now we got to make a move. So I'm trying to show the Knicks family that you can't just do the trades you think you want to do. We talk about Nick Richards. Y'all didn't want to do Deuce McBride for Nick Richards. If you don't do Deuce McBride for Nick Richards, the only other trade that could work would be this guy Joe and Precious for Taj Gibson and Nick Richards. And you might have to give up like those conditional picks, those protected picks. Ms. Zach said Deuce is not getting traded. Why trade McBride, who only started playing after quickly trade? We might not need to do this if REL. No, Nick Shack, we riding with you. I'm just giving them the opportunity to tell me the trades that they want to do. And I'm trying to show them why the trades are very difficult. I'm letting you guys know. You hear me talking about trades? These are not trades I want to do. I'm just telling you what it will take to get the deal done. And y'all don't want to trade Deuce. So I'm letting you know right now, if you don't want to trade Deuce, you're not going to get a big guy. Forget about it. There's no trade happening. Because Precious Achiuwa doesn't make enough money for most of the guys you want. Right? Like if you say, I want to trade Precious Achiuwa to go get Nick Richards, you can't do it because Precious Achiuwa makes more money. You can't send out more money than you take in based off first apron rules. We are a first apron team, and it comes with a lot of restrictions. Okay? Yeah, Rokas Djokovic. I just call him Joku. I'm not good with international names. Yeah, he's playing Israel. I think he's playing on the same team as Dwayne Washington, I think also went out there. I could be wrong about that. We could trade Marcus Morris. Yeah, you could trade Marcus Morris. But you can't do them in the Nick Richards trade. If you're saying you want to trade Marcus Morris and Precious Achua for Nick Richards, that's not going to work. Hold on. I jump back in research mode, right? Because, all right, so Marcus Morris is $3.3 million, right? All right, and then Precious, that'd be 9.3. So you can't send out more money than you take back. That's one of the rules. So we at 9.3. So now we got to find a deal on the Hornets that's going to be more. Nah, it's not going to be a deal because you know they're not trading Trey Mann. And you know they're not trading Mark Williams. So, yeah, the Wizards, and then all these guys up here, Milicic and Salone, like these are guys that they want to build with. These are like their young future. So, you know, well, Milicic, is he young though? That's he 31. Maybe Cody Martin, they might move off of Cody Martin. I don't know. They might move off Cody Martin. But if they move off Cody Martin, the numbers are going to be too much. It's going to be too much money. He makes $8 million. Don't be surprised if Hulk is better than Jericho. I wouldn't be surprised. I saw his overseas tape, and I was impressed by the kid. You know, I think that I like that he has a back-to-the-basket game. For me, if a big guy has a back-to-the-basket game, that to me is just like extra credit because guys don't play with their back to the basket. I like to see when guys do that. Give me a second. Yeah, I like that. I like to see guys play with their back to the basket. Mizak said you can't take back more than 100. I think it's within 110%. We can't take back less. We take back more. So you're saying I got it in reverse? Hold on, we could fact check that. Hold on, I got that right here. Hold on, because I was just talking about this. I'm gonna put that on the screen. Hold on, Clutch Sports. Yeah, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna pull that up. He said I can't take back more. I could have it the other way around. Either way, the trade's gonna be very difficult to do. It's not gonna change that fact, but I do want to get that correctly. Let's see. Cats. Oh, hold on. Let me go to the last episode because I talked about this last time. Hold on. Let me see. How the score. All right. So yeah, bam. I got my score article. Let me put this up. I'm gonna go back in research mode because this is where I got this from, and we could read it together. So let's see. First apron, approximately 126% of the salary cap, right? Teams can no longer sign bought out players who made more than the non-taxpayer mid-level, right? I broke that down eloquently on the last pod. They also can't take back more salary than they send out. Okay, cool. I had it the other way around. No problem. So that means that yeah, we can't take back more salary. So we could send less. But even if we send less, it has to be within 110%. So just because it's less doesn't mean you can send $2 million for 10. All right. So yeah, we can't take back more. All right. Still doesn't change it. It's still a quagmire. When you want to do these trades, it's a quagmire. So I had that backwards. Salute to Mizak for that. I appreciate that. Corey plays back to the basket. Yeah, calling for the up. Yeah, he definitely did. I like that. I give guys, honestly, I give guys extra salute for that. I really do. Trading key pieces for a center before Hulk, the chance would be foolish. But you know what? To be honest, Knicks will be champs. We said that we try everything. Like it kind of was just a hypothetical where nothing was working. even Ariel. But I do agree. I don't think that they'll do that. I think that they would give Ariel a shot. Like if nothing at the 5 is working, right? I why not? It's not gonna hurt them. McBride was in Westchester last year. How did that work out? Well, McBride has definitely raised his profile for sure, and he got a 3-year deal, right? McBride, he's talked about all over the place. I mean, like casual fans or not just casual fans. I'm gonna say, like the mainstream media knows who Deuce McBride is. Like he really like, and that's what New York does. Think about it. Isaiah Hartenstein, how he got his bag. I mean, you do well in New York, and this is what happens. He was there for years before getting the shot. That's a fact. We'll trade Draymond Green for Julius Randle. Hey, Big Dog Talk Sports. This is a Knick. Listen, guys. Big Dog Talk Sports. He used to be a Knick fan, right? He's my guy. I know this guy for a little while now. Don't get on too hard. We know that trade is crazy. We are not going to trade Julius Randle for Draymond Green. That's just not happening. So, hey, hold on, Big Dog, you're a Warrior. Yeah, you are a Warriors fan. I'm going to be doing a show with Big Dog Talk Sports, too. We're going to do a show talking about our teams and what we think our teams are going to do during the season. We got to schedule a date for that. No, we're not taking Draymond. But I will tell you this, Big Dog. I made a bet with a good friend of mine. Matter of fact, my barber is a Warriors fan. Actually, he's really a Lakers fan, but he doesn't like LeBron, so he became a Warriors fan. Go figure. Anyway, I have a bet with him that the Warriors are not going to make the playoffs. So already when we do that show, it's going to be some fireworks. You already know. Hulk will work his way, the ranks the same way Deuce did. I can say he's going to have opportunity for sure. He's definitely going to have opportunity for sure. Typically, like the two-way guys, they hold on to their two-way guys for a little while before they let them go. And I think the fact that he's a big guy too, he's not a guard. For whatever reason, the Knicks love these guards. I don't know why. And Leon Rose we trust. I'm not going to complain too much. But at the same time, why do we need all these guards? Like, if I see another 6'4", come on. Draymond Green is a good enforcer, but I ain't trading him for Julius Randle. Thank you, guys. See, look, now Knick Nation is coming for you. I told you, Big Dog, this is a Knicks show, brother. You can't come on a Knicks show talking this craziness, all right? You could talk to me on your show about this, but when you come on a Knicks show, these guys are not going for it. They gonna let you have it. They asking, what are you smoking? Yeah, it's looking it's looking pretty crazy. Josh Hart 6'4", but he played like he's 6'9". He is one of my favorite players to watch. That's a fact. That's a fact. Stevie Wonder can see the Warriors. Yo, listen, Knicks will be champs. Knicks will be champs. Say the Warriors, even Stevie Wonder can see they're not making the playoffs. This guy is delusional. You know what he told me? He said that the Knicks is a 5th seed at best. And I was like, yo, do I take the lower hanging fruit? Because to me, Knicks 5th seed, that's a very easy bet. Knicks haven't been a 5th seed. Oh, well, we was a 5th seed against Cleveland at that time. But whatever. Bottom line is we was the 2nd seed last year. Right? So I wanted to go with the harder bet. And the hard... Because, come on, the Knicks are not going to be a 5th seed. That's easy. That's. So I wanted to take the Warriors bet, even though that's also easy. But to me, it was the harder choice. But he said the Knicks are going to be a 5th seed. Yo, the Knicks, yes, we get our respect, but there's a lot of hate out there, y'all. I'm telling you, yo, it's a lot. I combat the hate damn near every day. Because I talk to fans on other teams, and I'm not just talking about the ops. I'm not talking about Pacers fans, Heat fans. I'm talking about, like, Memphis fans. They don't really got high hopes for the Knicks. Brandon Jennings, another guy on Gilbert Arenas. I think I might do a live show on that, right? Them talking nonsense, this pure nonsense, right? They always say, oh, yeah, analysts, they never played in the league. They don't know the league, right? Which is true. I do think that some analysts, they go overboard. They never played in the league, right? And yes, they have a certain expertise, like when they call out plays and they're able to see certain things in the game, fantastic. But at the end of the day, they don't watch enough Knick basketball to talk Knick basketball, right? That's my world now. Yeah, you played in the NBA, but you don't watch the Knicks. The stuff they say is just off the. I mean, it's crazy. I could have a field day with those clips and showing them, no, you're wrong. Here's why is this, right? And they're supposed to be the experts. Yeah, but I digress. Let's see, Ariel's built like is bigger than Randle, 6'11", 250. No, Ariel is a center. Bona fide center. No power forward. He's a center. Big Dog Talk Sports. All right, Knicks, relax. If we was in the East with y'all, we would be a top 4 seed. You hear this guy? He says if the Warriors was in the East, first off, the Warriors probably, I give them maybe 10th or 9th seed in the East. Because I could see them overwhelming. Who's there? Atlanta. Who else is there? I don't. Detroit might step up, but like those teams outside of the 8, though, the top 8. And we talked about this before. Matter of fact, if you want, hold on. Since we in research mode, let's just put it on the screen. Let's put it on the screen. Let's do that. I'm gonna show you the top 8 teams in the East. All right. So I'm gonna go to the standings. You see these 8 teams right here? The top 8 right here? The Warriors is not better than Miami. They're not better than Philly. They're not better than Indiana. They're not better than Orlando. They're not better than Cleveland. They're not better than the Bucks, the Knicks, or the Celtics. So how the hell you got the Warriors making the playoffs? What world got Big Dog? Be careful, brother. Be careful. Yeah, Knicks are going to be top 3 in the East. Nah, we top 2. The word is the way. We top 2. Don't let them fool you. Oh, Philadelphia. They got Yabu Sali. He dunked on LeBron. They got Paul George. They got the other Martin brother. They got Reggie Jackson. They got Kyle Lowry. They got all these guys. They're going to be a threat to the Knicks. None of those guys on that team could guard Julius Randle. No one on that team could see Julius Randle. Yes, we know they got Joel Embiid, but they also want to have to play defense. Forget Brunson. We already know what Brunson did to Kelly Oubre and Batum. I know Batum. I don't think Batum is back on that team, but we know what Brunson did last year. Add Julius Randle to the fold. We took their best shot. Embiid was hobbled, but he still had 50. We getting Randle and Mikal Bridges. We gonna kill the Sixers. Honestly, if the Sixers come out slipping and tripping, to be respectful, because Embiid is a former MVP, and I think he could get 2 games, I would have Knicks in 6, but honestly, I really want to say gentleman's sweep. With us winning 2 games in Philly. Because we're going to go back to Philly again and take over their building. In fact, this year, I might even organize a bus myself. We're going to get on the bus. We're going to go all. We might have to get like 4 buses. We're going to go down there. Just me. Forget the other buses. We're going to have 4 buses go down there. We're going to take over their building again. We're going to treat the Wells Fargo Center like Madison Square Garden after a big game in the playoffs. We're going to stay out there for an hour. The police going to have to move us. I ain't worried about no goddamn Sixers, man. Knicks going to be second in the East, man. Forget that Philly stuff. Do not fall for the Philly cheesesteak. I'm telling you right now. Tia says Philly has a second unit full of old folks home. That's funny. That's hilarious. Old teams don't work. Remember 2020 Lakers? Philly gonna learn the hard way. I agree. And then health is also an issue too. Paul George, we seen he hasn't really been the most durable, especially in the playoffs, right? He and Kawhi just didn't work, but I ain't worried about that. I'm not worried because we got wing defenders, so we know Paul George's gonna bring it. We know Maxey is solid, right? Can't hate on Maxey, and we know what Embiid's gonna do. But if you didn't watch the prediction video, I said I think the Knicks is gonna have the number one defense in the league. Like it's gonna be between us and Minnesota. And I gave sound reasons. This is not just Nick talk. Oh, I got a Knicks hat on. No, I give sound reasoning. I did two videos. I did two damn near 2-hour videos breaking down, my predictions for why I think the Knicks are going to be what they're going to be. And yeah, they're going to be top defense. Sixers are bubble gum with the duct tape. I'm gonna keep it real. Depending on Milwaukee might be better than the Sixers. I'm not 100 on that. I still right now early I got Philly over Milwaukee, but I got to see who they got. They got Gary Trent Jr. The only problem with Milwaukee is two problems that I noticed. The first problem I'm gonna say is Lillard and Giannis. They are incompatible to me right now. Maybe give them a training camp. They don't run too much pick and roll, like 1-4 pick and roll. Rarely do they do that. And Giannis wants to be a point guard. Lillard is not an off the ball. I'm gonna go to the corner sometime. No, Lillard is a ball. He's like a Brunson. He has to have the ball in his hand. So the styles are kind of incompatible. They don't run enough picker. They should be killing people with pick and roll to death. Because Giannis, you want to dive anyway. Set some screens and come off the pick and roll and get some lobs. But these teams don't really play they don't. Anyway, and then another thing too I don't like about Milwaukee's their perimeter defense to me is still suspect. Though I do like Taurean Prince. I think he's going to help them, but is he going to be enough? Because you still got Chris Middleton. So you have two guys that are liabilities defensively on the perimeter. Middleton and Prince. Middleton and Lillard, sorry. So Prince can't do all the defense by himself. Remember, that's the issue that we had. Remember when we had I don't even want to use that example. Of course, when we had Kemba Walker, Fournier, and they thought RJ was the defensive stopper. How many come on. Right? And then even the year when Grimes became the starter, he was the only defender. RJ is okay defensively, but you need two defenders. That's why OG and Mikal, they gonna show up any weakness we have. And I think that's Milwaukee's problem. I know rumors had it they were trying to trade Middleton, but yeah, they wasn't able to do it. No one's trying to take that contract. Big Dog said, I don't care who Philly played in the playoffs. I got them losing in the second round. Okay. Yeah, see, now you're gaining some favor, Big Dog, with the Knicks fans. Warriors are trying to trade everyone but the top three for unhappy freak. Nah, it's not going to work. First off, real quickly, I'll do this again because I love looking at numbers. Let me show you why it's not going to work. You see Milwaukee? Milwaukee is a second apron team. We only have 4 second apron teams. Phoenix, Minnesota, Boston, Milwaukee. I'm not sure what Phoenix is paying in luxury tax, but I know Minnesota's paying like $170 million in luxury tax. So a trade with Milwaukee is going to be even more harder, as I'm pretty sure my man Menelik, he seems very knowledgeable about the aprons. He'll tell you. I'm sorry, not Menelik. I'm sorry, Mizak, Saponi. My fault if I butcher your name, Saponi. I'm just going to call you Saponi. My man Saponi in the chat, he probably will understand how hard that trade between Milwaukee and Golden State will be. And Golden State is hard cap at the first apron. So how are they going to make those salaries work? Like, how are they going to do that? They only got Curry. They got Wiggins and Draymond Green. Now, if they could trade Wiggins and Draymond Green, money-wise, it'll work. But is Milwaukee going to give up the Greek Freak? Hell no. It's going to be very hard to trade for stars, y'all. It's going to be very hard to trade for stars. The Greek Freak makes $48 million. And you got to throw in another player. So you have to throw in Tyler Smith. But are you going to trade Giannis for Draymond Green and Wiggins? No. Now, you might do Kuminga, but he doesn't make enough money. The Warriors are not getting Giannis, y'all. The only way there is a way they could get Giannis. By basically trading Draymond Green for an expiring contract. Like, that's why Big Dog wants us to trade Draymond for Randle. He's expiring. And then that'll be enough to free up money so they can move up because they won't be in the aprons no more. Then they'll be able to move off these other guys. So that would be the only way they could get Giannis. They would have to blow up their team. And then use Kuminga probably as trade bait as well. Just an idea. You know, I'm not a GM, but I just know how the numbers look. I know how the numbers work. Bucks have chemistry issues. Facts. Now maybe the summer could fix it, right? Maybe the summer could fix it, but we gotta see. I agree, it'll be hard. They have interest in Green, and Green wasn't involved. Oh, okay. Freak stays unhappy. Freak stays unhappy. Salute the Knicks Yak. Warriors should make a run for Brandon Ingram. Ooh. You know what? Brandon Ingram might be an easier target. Real quickly, hold on. Real quickly as we wrap up. Hold on. That's a good one. He said for Ingram. $36 million. Hold up. Hold up. $36 million. Right? Ingram. Now, if you look at Golden State, it's going to be tough, though. And hold on. What are they? They are also not a first apron team. So that could work. They could get Ingram. Yeah, they could get Ingram. Because they might have to do. Because I don't think the Pelicans going to want Draymond Green. But if they could convince the Pelicans to take Draymond Green, and maybe, I know they don't want to trade Kuminga, but you get Brandon Ingram, who's an all-star. Then you still have Wiggins. Yeah, they'll have an easier time getting Ingram. That's a good one. Ingram wants the max, but that's what the Warriors want. The Warriors they'll have money next year. They won't be hard cap at the first apron next year. They're just going to have to go back in the aprons. I don't know, man. The Warriors is in a bad position. How about this, Knicks fans? Let me jump out of research mode. How about this? What do you think is going to happen? Because right now, the Warriors, they're the number one valued franchise, right? In terms of, like, you know, what they're worth. So what do you think is going to happen when Steph Curry retires? You think the Warriors are going to stay number one? Or will the champs? Yeah, these guys, will they take over that number one spot? Because you know the Knicks, we could be trash. our value will never go down. Right? Our value will never go down. If the Warriors lose Steph Curry and they don't replace him, or he retires and you don't got nobody to come back, I don't see the Bay Area, the Warriors staying at the top. I don't see it. What do you guys think about that? You know what Knicks will be chance when you say Ingram isn't a max player? I understand where you're coming from, but if the boy from Utah, if he can get $230 million, why can't Ingram get $230 million? I understand because it's a small market and they don't got the money, but I'm saying, like, I could see a team who has money or who's willing to go into the aprons, who wants a young, talented, all-star. I could see them doing that. But like this, if the Knicks didn't get Bridges and we were looking like more shaky, because I think even if we didn't get Bridges, we would be solid. I would say, go try to do an Ingram trade. I think he would be better than what you would have, technically. I mean, is he better than OG Anunoby? Offensively, yeah, but we know OG Anunoby is a really good defender, and we don't really know how good OG's offensive game could be because he's never got the opportunity to show it. Yo, Yorko has the comment of the night. K. Cunningham, $250 million max, and they're gonna lose. That's a bar. So in other words, why not pay Ingram? You're gonna be in the hunt because you got Murray, man. I like DeJounte Murray a lot. Yo, before we got Bridges, that was one of the guys I was like, yo, go get that guy. But now we got Bridges, we don't need him. But DeJounte Murray, to me, that's a nice pickup, yo. Because, look, the lineup is going to be so tough. C.J. McCollum with Murray. Mal McCollum goes back to the 2. Or they could just combo guard them together. They both share the 1 duties. With Ingram and Zion. I don't remember who their center is, but that's tough. It has some good players and a pot they have to share. Utah is a dumpster fire with stupid GM. Yo, that's a fact. Yo, screw Ainge, man. Ainge ain't rocking with us, man. I don't want to see Utah do nothing because he won't do the trade with us. He won't give us Walker Kessler. Nick Shat, that's why we shouldn't be looking at Cat in the trade. Yeah, okay, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, Nick Shack is right. Minnesota trying to get out of second apron. Right. Right. They're paying $160 million, y'all, in luxury tax. Do you know how bad that is for a small market team? Think about it. You're a small market team and you didn't win the championship and you spending $160 million in luxury tax. Yeah, I agree, Senior. These teams need to suffer for their spending. A la the Warriors. Even though they managed to get themselves out of their aprons, that's why their team is pretty much gutted the way it is. But my thing is, like, here's the thing with the Warriors, big dog. I hope you listening. You signed Draymond Green first. And he caused the scenario with Poole. Now, Poole, I mean, he kind of fell off, but Poole was very good in Golden State. And maybe Poole needs to be with Steph Curry to thrive. But then you let Klay Thompson go. And Klay Thompson is the youngest out of the 3 of them. Yo, you can't make this up. That's why Bob Myers left. Salute to Bob Myers. He got the hell up out of there. Big Dog says stop with counting our pockets. Big Dog, do you know what's going to happen to Golden State when Steph Curry retires? So I'm getting my message from my executive producer telling me to wrap up the pod, man. Listen, guys, it's been a great show. Salute to everybody that came through. Salute to Knicks Yak. Salute to Saponi. Salute to Big Dog Talk Sparks. Salute to Senior. Salute to Coach. Salute to Knicks Yak. Salute to everybody that came through, man. York Hill, salute to you. Salute to The Word is the Way. Salute to Sam. Knicks Tape Madness, Discord people. Definitely, if you are listening to the show, join the Knicks Tape Madness Discord server. We have a 24/7 Knicks chat. We might continue chatting after this show. You know, all you got to do is go to www.theobjectiveknicksfan.com, right? Or click the link that's in the chat. And, you know, join the Discord server so, man, you can talk some Knicks. We also got a 24/7 NBA chat in there as well. And, of course, I got the free Knicks hat giveaway, right? And I'm working with Lids now. If you join the show late, I just got the Lids affiliate. I've been waiting for this email for 45 days. Turns out it was in my inbox. I just didn't see it. So I'm going to be working with Lids. I'll have more information about that. And we definitely got the free Knicks hat giveaway. Only way to know more about that is to join the Knicks Tape Madness Discord server. Of course, I'll probably have a couple of videos dropping before Monday's pod. The pod will return on Mondays. Salute to everybody that checked out the pod. The pod right now has been good. I guess you guys like them when I pre-recorded. So I'm going to continue the pre-recorded pods. And then, of course, we're going to keep level-headed Knicks talk going until the season starts. And then we probably have to find a new time slot. But, you know, other than that, everything has been pretty good. By the way, still Knicks fans on Monday, too. Yep. I have a double header. So right after the podcast, we're going to go right over to Still Knicks fans, and we're going to do their weekly show. I will be in the building. So be sure to subscribe to Still Knicks fans. Once I get the link, if I get the show link beforehand, I'll post it in the community section, and I'll post it in the Discord, too. But a lot of you guys know Still Knicks fans, so definitely go subscribe and catch me there. So definitely, I want to thank all you guys for checking me out. Maxine. By the way, Maxine is my executive producer, y'all. She says the NBA 2K games are coming soon. Okay, yeah. We got some. I told you I got some announcements. Maxine wants to jump the gun. But yeah, we got some things and definitely hit that like button, like Big Dog Talk Sports said. And salute the Knicks Shack as well, man, as we close out the show, man. And until next time, y'all, let's go, Knicks.